to, well, bigger ideas: health, longevity, even community.
It's a fascinating link.
Yeah, and our insights today, they're coming from excerpts of the Miami Ironside Pods. Episode 11, it's titled, What's Under You is What's Inside You: Sleep, Longevity, and Community Health.
A very apt title.
It really is.
Okay.
Okay, so let's unpack this.
Well, I think first, it's really essential to sort of reframe how we think about sleep. You know?
Okay.
It's so much more than just like hitting a certain number of hours.
Right, not just quantity.
Exactly.
Mhm.
At its core, sleep is this complete full body reset. I mean, this is when our cells are repairing themselves, hormones get balanced, our brains do this critical detox process, the immune system gets stronger, and we actually process emotions.
So it's incredibly busy downtime, actually.
Incredibly busy, yeah,
Yeah.
and vital. It operates on a level we're just not usually conscious of.
That's a great way to put it. Incredibly busy and vital time. So, okay, if our bodies are doing all that, it makes total sense that the source talks about longevity, not as some trend, but really as a way of life.
Shaped by daily choices.
Right, shaped by our decisions every day, and it really puts rest right up there with, diet, movement, social connection, crucial.
Absolutely crucial.
But how does thinking about it that way push us past just food and exercise, especially for something passive like sleep?
Well, that's where it gets interesting because most people, they focus on how long they sleep or maybe their bedtime routine.
Sure, sleep hygiene.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what often gets completely missed in sort of conventional thinking is the actual environment.
The environment.
Specifically what is literally under us every single night for hours.
The mattress itself.
The mattress itself. It's like the silent partner in our sleep.
Okay, so if we're overlooking the environment, what are we missing? What's this hidden problem beneath us?
Right, that's the core of it. The source gets into how many, maybe most, conventional mattresses are made with this, concerning mix of materials.
Like what?
Things like synthetic foams, chemical adhesives, fire retardants, and PFAS. You've probably heard of those.
Oh yeah, the forever chemicals.
Exactly, forever chemicals. And these aren't just, sitting there quietly. While we're asleep, these materials are actually releasing VOCs.
Volatile organic compounds.
Correct, and even microtoxins,
Yeah.
tiny harmful substances, basically. And they're getting into our skin, into our lungs.
While we sleep, when our body is supposed to be recovering.
Precisely. And the impact isn't trivial. There are documented links to things like hormone disruption, allergic reactions, even longer-term immune issues.
Oh.
The source uses this analogy that's really, really powerful. It sticks with you.
What is it?
It says we wouldn't drink from a toxic water source, so why are we sleeping on one?
Ooh, that hits hard. That really makes you think, doesn't it?
It does.
Makes me a little suspicious of, every mattress I've ever owned, and those forever chemicals you mentioned, the PFAS. What's the most, surprising thing about how they work? How do they impact us so subtly?
Well, the forever part isn't just, a label. It's because they are extremely persistent. They don't break down easily, not in the environment and not in our bodies.
So they accumulate.
They accumulate over time, yes. So maybe one night's exposure seems tiny, but think about breathing in those VOCs, absorbing microtoxins night after night, year after year.
In the very place your body is trying to detoxify.
Exactly. It creates this silent, ongoing burden on our systems. It's a fundamental conflict, really.
A silent burden. That's a powerful phrase. And it sounds like that kind of thinking, the whole toxic water source in the bedroom idea, actually sparked something. The source mentions a company born from a crisis.
It did. Sleep on Green. Their story, as told in the podcast, it starts with the founder, Fidencio Bizzotto. He's a designer, background in home furnishings for over 30 years. And back in 2007, his son, Christian, had a really serious motorcycle accident. He was bedridden.
Oh, wow.
And the memory foam mattress he was on, which was, marketed as being super comfortable.
Yeah, they always are.
It actually made things worse for Christian. Issues with overheating, poor airflow, and crucially, this constant low-level chemical exposure from the phone itself.
So the thing meant for comfort was hindering healing.
Precisely. And that personal, painful experience led Fidencio to ask this really fundamental question. What would a mattress look like if it were actually designed for healing?
Okay, so shifting from just comfort to active restoration, what kind of mission came out of that, beyond just avoiding the bad stuff?
It became this really deep commitment to using only natural materials, zero toxins, focusing on artisan craftsmanship, and having this holistic respect for both human health and the planet's health. The goal was surfaces that actively support the body's healing, not get in the way.
Right. So what does that look like practically in their products? What materials are we talking about?
So their mattresses, they're handmade in Italy, completely PFAS-free, which is a big deal.
Definitely.
And they're crafted from genuinely natural, breathable stuff, like wool, cotton, coconut fiber, natural latex.
Things that breathe.
Exactly. So they're supportive, but also truly non-toxic, and they manage temperature and airflow naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Addresses that overheating problem directly.
And it's not just about the mattress materials, right? The source mentioned an environmental angle, too.
Yes, which really rounds out their approach.
Yeah.
For every mattress they sell, they plant trees, specifically in areas hit hard by wildfire or deforestation. They mentioned California, the Everglades.
So it's kind of a full circle view of health, personal, and planetary.
That's it. And, if we connect this to the bigger picture,
Mm-hmm.
this is what the source calls longevity design.
Longevity design. Okay.
It's this powerful idea, this belief that the things we live on and the things we live with, they shape not just our own personal health,
Right.
but also our collective future. Think about it,
Yeah.
a product designed without thinking about longevity or health.
Yeah.
It probably ends up in a landfill faster, maybe leaching chemicals, maybe contributing to poor health outcomes that burden everyone. That is a collective impact.
So this approach tries to flip that.
Exactly. It aims for positive impacts instead.
That makes sense, that chain. Better materials, better rest, stronger minds and bodies. But how does one mattress choice really scale up to, like, stronger communities? Is it just about fewer sick days, or is there more to it, like manufacturing impacts?
That's a great question. And that's where longevity design gets broader.
Yeah.
Yes, on one level, healthier people definitely make for more robust communities, less absenteeism, maybe higher productivity, lower collective healthcare costs, all that.
Okay.
But it goes deeper. Companies like this, committed to conscious choices, often prioritize sustainable sourcing, ethical labor. They invest back into the environment, like the tree planting.
So it ripples outwards.
It ripples through supply chains. Yeah, it can influence industry standards, foster a culture of environmental responsibility in a community.
Mm-hmm.
It's about designing for a more circular economy, where resources are valued, not just used up and thrown away.
So the individual choice really can be a building block for something much bigger, a healthier collective future.
It absolutely can be. It's about building that better future, quite literally, one conscious choice at a time.
That really brings it home. So as we wrap this up, you listening might be thinking, what does all this really mean for my home, my choices?
It really means recognizing this critical link. It's often overlooked, right?
Yeah.
Between our immediate environment, like that mattress you sleep on every night, and your long-term well-being.
Which then ripples out.
Which then extends out to the health of your broader community. It's about seeing these sort of silent influences that are shaping us, for better or for worse.
Yeah, this deep dive definitely makes you look differently at the everyday things in your home, things you just take for granted. Maybe it really is time to ask yourself, if what's under you becomes what's inside you, then what are your choices reflecting? About your own health, sure, but maybe even about the kind of future you're helping build, just by deciding where you lay your head each night.
It's a powerful thought.
What seemingly small decision in your own environment could actually have these unexpected, far-reaching implications?